S.HVAC, what's really good, fellas? We out here. It's a beautiful day. I'm out here in New York. So you got the solar panels on the roof. We out here on our purpose, chasing HVAC, getting these people right, getting the customer right. As you see, I'm working on a pretty modern unit, a Trane. I think it's a 2020 or 2021. The service call was when I got here, no AC. That was just the call. There was just no AC. So when I got here, got two identical units somewhat, this one and that one. So this one, so when I first pulled up, I had no display on the board there. That's supposed to be lit up. I had no numbers on that board. My power was on. When you reset the unit, the fan will come on, maybe for about 15 seconds. Then the fan shuts off. Still no display on that little board there. And then I would get an alarm on the screen. The alarm would be for compressor 3 high pressure lockout and for indoor fan fail. As you can see, there is no compressor 3, so I don't know what the hell that was about. When I got here, we already had this unit opened. That board had a display. We was just using it as like somewhat of a reference until it couldn't help me no more. That's why you got to know how to read the wiring diagram. The wiring diagram is like a map. It's like a map. So first thing I did was I found this board. I'm gonna find that on my wiring diagram. I have no idea what the hell that board is, but I know this is it right here. The DIM board, the drive interface module. So I guess this is where it's interfacing between the motors, the compressors, and the fan, and what have you. So once I identified that, I start going through my wires. And once you're never gonna know anything with these unit guys because they always come out with new shit every day. But once you have a basic understanding and knowledge of what's supposed to be where, when, and how much, then you could pretty much feel your way around it assuming you have the aid of the wiring diagram and whatever else. So I noticed that over here, this guy right here, I noticed I didn't have power nowhere on this thing. I didn't have power nowhere here. I didn't have power nowhere here. Nowhere in that harness. So what I started to do was I just started to trace my wires. I call that my pre-troubleshooting. I'm feeling my way around the unit. I'm getting to know this unit. Where's my main power coming in? Where should I have power at? Where shouldn't I? I know for a fact this should have power because I know the VFD controls the voltage. It controls the hertz. Trace that wire. I found this. I think this is the fan VFD. Yeah, this unit got a fan VFD and a compressor VFD. So I found this harness. I had no power here. I continued to trace the wire with the aid of the wiring diagram because obviously there's nowhere in hell you're gonna trace the wire one by one when you're dealing with spaghetti situation. So looking at, these wires got numbers on them. 53A. And you can identify it on the wiring diagram. You can identify where it lands at. So I came over here, it landed me over here. I found a bunch of loose wires. Look at that. My contactor. There's a motor starter right there. Right there. Oh man, as soon as I start dabbling with the wires there, my board lit right up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put everything back together, and we're going to get this unit up and going. So that's just a general, those are just the general steps of how I approach my troubleshooting. Every technician is different. Every technician they have the approach that they take. This is one of the ones I'm comfortable with. I like to feel my way around the unit, and like I said, you got to know what's supposed to be what, and you do have to have a knowledge of where power should be and where it shouldn't be, and when it should be there. So you do have to have a basic knowledge of that. And once you got that, man, you could pretty much you could pretty much solve this HVAC problem. But that was just a quick infill video. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, and let's get to it. Skilled trades, baby.